Shalom. All praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashemi Hawashai, Bahashemaka Kodesh. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of GMS, to the true leaders of Israel today, and salutations to all of the Akim who do this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedoms to do so, as well as the scattered Israelites who come looking like the heathen but are not, by way of their forefathers sees who are Israelite men. The true name of the Most High is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahushai, and the Lord's holy chosen people are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, as we're the ones who suffer under the curses in the book of Deuteronomy. My name is Akalia, and this video is on the prophecies of Yahweh Shemeshai, starting with World War III. So World War III is prophesied in the scriptures, Revelation chapter 11 and verse 14. The second woe is past, which is World War II. And behold, the third woe cometh quickly, which is World War III. And so that's why with current events and what's going on in the world, you can see that there is, in fact, a war that is brewing day by day. And in these last days, we're seeing it escalate quite quickly. Okay. Now, there are some reports that I have here, not articles per se, but I took some screenshots of, some articles and some information regarding the situation that is at hand, which is these major players regarding the World War III prophecy are all having the spirit put upon them to go to war. Okay? And so from here, this one today from Current Report on Twitter, Channel 14 Israel, a large-scale attack on Iran will soon begin, an attack unprecedented since World War II. Now, we've been hearing about this because of the whole thing with the state of Israel and Iran, and then America, and the situation with the Houthis and Iran and all these kinds of things. And now today, April 1st, 2025, they're talking about a large-scale attack on Iran will soon begin, and on an attack unprecedented since World War II. And this is all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemeshai, because something has to escalate the situation to push forward with the event of World War III, as it is written in Bible prophecy, shall come to pass. So we're seeing things build up, man, and here it is. Now, of course, it's something that we'll wait to see to happen, but current events, current news, and it's all relevant regarding Bible prophecy. Then you have here, Russia warned the United States that any attack on Iran's nuclear facilities will unleash catastrophic consequences, plunging the entire region into unprecedented disaster. And so this is a part of Bible prophecy too, because Russia, according to the scriptures, is set as a defense towards Iran, and that speaks about it in Ezekiel chapter 38. And verse 2, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against him. And that's talking about the Russians, as they dwell in the land today that Gog and Magog once dwelt. And say, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh, behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal. And that's talking about the Russians. And the Russians, they are Edomites. And the Edomites are these so-called white people. And their forefather is Esau, and they are the ones that are in rulership today. This is their kingdom. This is the kingdom of the Edomites. And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor. So Yahweh Shemeshai is going to put the spirit on them to go to war, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. So Russia will be going to war with an alliance, and you can take a look at what that alliance is based on current events, and you can look at the BRICS, the BRICS, which consists of the various nations that are attached to it, which includes Iran. And so here it says Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya, with them, all of them with shield and helmet. So Persia, today, they are known as the Iranians. And when you look at what's going on, the relationship between Russia and Iran is extremely close. And then the scriptures mention Persia first, which is Iran. Then Ethiopia and Libya, those are countries in Africa. That is referring to the so-called Africans who are the Hamites. Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togarma of the north quarters, and all his bands and many people with these. So this is talking about Turkey, as it's the same situation where it says Gog and Magog. Turkey is that they dwell in that land today, okay, where Gomer and Togarma once dwelt. Be thou prepared and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. So Russia is a guard unto its company, which means that Russia is a guard unto its allies. So Russia is going to defend Iran if Iran gets hit, or any of its allies. And you can clearly see with what's going on right now that Iran is the main focus. All right. So that is why Russia warned the United States, which the United States is America, which is known as Mystery Babylon the Great in the scriptures, that any attack on Iran's nuclear facilities will unleash catastrophic consequences, plunging the entire region into unprecedented disaster. And then after that, a large-scale attack on Iran will soon begin, an attack unprecedented since World War II. So something is brewing, man. Yahweh Shemishai has something brewing, okay? And then news that happened yesterday, Iran's missiles loaded onto launchers after Trump threat, because America has been threatening them, right? So that's why it's like this. And you know, I'm kind of going from today going backwards, but the succession is like this, okay? And then you have this thing where the EU issues dire warning to 450 million citizens, stockpile supplies and prepare for World War III. It was reported there, and then it was reported also on CNN. EU urges citizens to stockpile 72 hours worth of supplies amid war risk. So it's all in the spirit, man. War. Yahweh Shemishai is putting the spirit on these heathen to go to war, to bring about his prophecies, right? Prophecies at the forefront of everything that's going on. And so things are just escalating, man, and it's a very beautiful thing to see. It's very exciting, okay? Now, you can see that World War III is brewing, but also Yahweh Shai let us know something. All right, in Matthew chapter 24, it says in verse 3, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? And that's what we're waiting on, patiently, with great endurance, the return of our Lord Yahushai, those of us that do believe, and only an Israelite can be saved. So us, the Israelites, were waiting, and then it's those of us of the hopeful elect, those of us that hope to be saved, right, are hoping and waiting for the deliverance and return of Yahushai, right? So Yahushai answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrow. So we're seeing all of these things. We're in this right here. What Yahushua spoke about, that ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. I mean, literally, right? Wars and rumors of wars. But this thing is escalating to a different point, because we've been hearing about wars and rumors of wars for several years, but now it's really escalating. You see what I'm saying? It's starting to get to that point because, you know, the deliverance is on its way for the elect of the nation of Israel. Okay? So all of this is happening, man, but also Yahushua let us know that we see the earthquakes, the famines, the pestilences, and, you know, the earthquakes, I mean, look at what happened to Myanmar, 7.7 recently, and the earthquakes been happening frequently. The pestilences are building up, and the famine, that's on its way. And the famine is going to create a lot of chaos. But the wicked elite of Esau, Edom, right, the elite bankers, they have their plan, which is the New World Order. And their motto is order out of chaos. So they're going to be bringing a lot of chaos to the world to establish their order. And so famine, they know that's going to bring a lot of hell, an immense amount of hell upon the world. But Yahushua let us know what it is, and I had to switch locations. You know, I'm in a busy area, so it may be sounding a little different, but it is what it is. So all of this is happening right now, and the scriptures say that in the book of Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 3, For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. So the vision, which are these prophecies, are for an appointed time. They were already set to occur at a specific point, and at the end it shall speak. And all of the prophecies of Yahweh Shemishai are speaking. World War III prophecy, the mark of the beast prophecy, which is America, which, by the way, the destruction of America and the salvation of the elect of the nation of Israel will not come until the mark of the beast prophecy is fully fulfilled. So keep an eye on that as well when observing what's going on. All right, but regarding current events, all of this is very serious. And we'll just see how it all escalates, day by day. But, that's why Yahweh Shemishai set us up as watchmen to watch and to warn of what is going on and to keep those that believe updated every single step of the way. There are no days off. All right, so we're very close, man. And I'm going to end with this right here in 2 Peter chapter 3. And it says in verse 9, I'll start at verse 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness, right? So, all of us that believe, man, we need to be observing ourselves diligently, day in, day out, all right? Because the end is coming, man. We need to repent. We need to get right with the Lord. All these things, man. Have faith, pray, fast, okay? Looking for and hasten unto the coming of the day of Yahweh Shemishai, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat, right? Because the judgment is coming. And you should want to not be a part of the second death, which is death by way of fire, death by way of thermonuclear fire. You should want to be saved. So, at the end of the day, there's nothing that you can do to be a part of the elect, because the elect were chosen from the foundation of the earth. But also at the same time, the elect will have a certain spirit which will show themselves to be the elect. You see what I'm saying? And it first starts with faith in Yahweh Shemishai. All right, so this is just an update regarding the situation at hand. And with that, I'd like to say all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shemishai, Bashmukal Kodesh. Shalom.